Hello stock traders, I hope all of you are having a fantastic morning, and this morning I'm going to give a little bit of a less popular viewpoint on the overall market and what I think could be the beginning of a major bounce in the S&P 500 and the overall market. Everyone is so bearish. There is blood in the streets, and there are lots of great investors that have said in the past you want to be buying stocks when there's blood in the streets. I want to lay the case a little bit to where we might be at that point. Now, today we saw the European Union do some quantitative easing, some plans on buying back some bonds and buying some bonds in the market. And so that's kind of interesting. It'll be interesting to see if the United States at some points pivots and when that might be. I'm also going to give you two stocks that have very significant insider activity that I like to move, especially if the market should really turn around. So you will want to stay till the end of the video to catch all of this. But before I get going, if you could do me a favor, please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you haven't done so before, please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when a new video comes out. All right, so as you can see, I have the chart behind me. This is the S&P 500 SPY ETF, and we hit this low, as you can see right here on my cursor, at $360.69. Now, I've plotted this line, and everyone says, new lows, new lows. Yes, the Dow had a new low. We also had some new lows as far as closing price, so we did have that. But if you notice here, the intraday low was 360.69, and it looks like that may be holding up. Now, it's very, very early, but we could get, this was the beginnings of a W pattern. We had this huge sell-off that came all the way to here. We had this bounce up. We've come back down to this level, and this could be the start of a very bullish move. There are lots of gaps up to fill, so it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. I like the market to bounce. Yes, some people accuse me of being a permabull. I have a certain way of investing. I follow the vital few. I invest following the insiders of companies, the CEOs, the CFOs. We're talking about legal insider activity, legally reported insider activity to the SEC. Some investors love to follow congressmen, congresswomen, House of Representatives people, but they are not good investors. In my opinion, the best investors are those officers within a company, those CEOs, CFOs that are buying shares of their own company. They know better than anyone else. Now, if you want alerts on these type of things, I have been looking at these reports for the last 10 years plus. And so I have a lot of experience of weeding out the stuff that is not important. And following these transactions, I have had some crazy results. Now, my results this year, I am down 7% so far this year, but that is much better than the market. Last year, I had in 2021, 185% gain. Following the insiders, I'm diligent to do it every single time. In 2020, I had ridiculous gains. In 2019, 232% gains. 2018 had a 6% loss. So it's not perfect. We had that major turn down at the end of the year. But if you are wanting to have consistent results by following the insiders, the way to do it is to check out my link and check out my Patreon group. I have a link in the description down below. Each and every morning, I give out fresh insider activity that I alert to that I find significant. Now, you can trade on that if you like, but it is great information for you to have. All right, so let's get in and start talking about these two stocks that have insider activity that I like. And the very first one is ticker symbol NEOG, Neogen Corp. This is extremely fresh. The COO and the CEO just loaded shares in open market. Very nice transactions. I like it for this open gap, and my price target on this based on those transactions is right at $18 a share, which would be right around a 25% increase from where we're at currently. And I like this because of its ridiculously oversold levels, and to see these two officers buying gives me confidence that they know something in their company, that they believe in their company, and look at this stock price and say, I have to buy, I have to get in. Now, there is, according to analysts, now there's only one analyst, not my favorite, $55 here recorded. And so there's that. So $55 price target. But I like the insider purchasing much, much better. And so I like this for a huge move. I will probably be looking for an entry point on this early when you're seeing this video. This video is probably going to come out at 6 a.m. Central Time. And I'm probably at 6 a.m. Central Time going to be looking for entry points on this guy. I like it for a huge move. All right. The next one has had a couple of days in a row of massive insider activity. This is a phenomenal group. And if you've ever wanted to be a landlord, if you ever dreamed of like getting rents and having rents and living off of those and developing cash flow as far with real estate, then this might be the stock for you. And the one thing I really like about this one is if you look here, this thing has a 4.91 dividend yield. So that's like earning 5% of the money that you have in it as returns and rent. So it's all in how you look at it. This is BRT Apartments Corporation, ticker symbol BRT, and the CEO, a 10% owner, a senior vice president, and 3 directors have loaded up shares in open market. That's a lot of officers, so I like that. Now, they did so. One thing that was kind of interesting on these transactions, you saw most of these on September 26th, so that is something to keep in mind. That was the ex-dividend date, and so that's something to kind of keep in mind. They're buying extra shares for that dividend, so it's impressive, but not as impressive. You know, normally if I saw this many officers going in, but they are planning on accumulation. They see this as a great value, and you should too. And so I like this stock. This is more of a longer term hold for me, but I like this stock for its dividend. I like it because multiple officers are loading in open market, and I like it because it has hit these oversold levels. So all those things, I like it together. I will probably be looking for a small entry point on this one as part of my dividend portfolio. I appreciate all of you who are watching. Please reach out to me in the comment section down below if you have any questions whatsoever. I wish you all the best, and Raythoven out.